In our last video, we looked at the big picture, the laws that created the crisis in Texas universities. Now we're going to deep dive on that first one, SB 17.
Texas is one of the most diverse states in the country, and we all agree that diversity contributes to our strength and resiliency. We all agree that equality of access to higher education as well as equality of treatment in education is our main goal, and we agree that we must continue to work toward that goal.
Everyone agrees with that. And everyone agrees universities should support student success. But SB 17 became the law that rewrote how universities are allowed to do that.
DEI programs are present in some form on almost every Texas campus, and 26 to 37 taxpayer-funded universities in Texas have a central DEI administrative office. 51 of the 64 colleges within our top 5 universities have dedicated DEI committees for hiring and strategic plans.
SB 17 eliminated these offices and prohibited universities from maintaining them. On paper, the bill was about hiring and recruiting faculty and staff, not about students. But the bill also bans certain trainings, programs, and activities for employees and job applicants if they reference race, ethnicity, gender identity, or sexual orientation, unless those trainings are created strictly for legal compliance.
What happens to students from underserved communities that rely on the university funding for housing, food, and other essential needs if the school loses spending access to the appropriated funds because of a violation?
Universities are still going to be able to fund and financially help those students that are in need, all students that are in need.
So if the school gets funding cut because they violated this policy, how are they going to be able to continue to give the underserved students the money? Where's that coming from?
It'd come back to what we have appropriated to them, and they'll be able to use that. What we're doing here is eliminating the DEI office and the DEI office only. I would assume that funding would be rolled into student services.
That was his interpretation, but SB 17 requires universities to certify compliance every year, and violations impact state funding. That created uncertainty about how broadly universities need to interpret the law.
What specific issues do you think this bill will actually address and solve?
I think it will promote diversity through all applicants and not the narrow-minded approach in some of the application statements that it automatically exclude a large majority of the applicants.
Throughout the debate, the author returned to faculty hiring, even though the bill governed so much more than just hiring. Lawmakers asked for clarity. The answers never resolved the uncertainty. So while SB 17 was presented as a hiring bill, the debate revealed something much more complicated. A broad prohibition, unclear boundaries, and strong enforcement mechanism that left universities guessing, with a lot to lose if they got that guess wrong. In our next video, we'll look at the amendments lawmakers didn't want to debate, including one that was so revealing it was withdrawn before the House could even talk about it. This is the takeover of Texas universities, and this is how we got here, Texas.